elevate. Only obligation is to tell it straight.
Currently outside of my apartment right now. I need to do an apartment tour on my YouTube, but I wanted to walk to the infamous turtle pond while I'm doing the diary entry. Just so you guys can see how like fast it takes to get there, and just go over how I'm feeling. I didn't have this week was honestly like an up and down week in terms of how I felt emotionally. There were like moments where I wasn't in it completely and just wasn't feeling my best. Like there was a day I woke up, I usually wake up honestly around like 7:30 consistently. Like I spent some time on my phone as I'm getting up. Need to get rid of that habit, but it's a work in progress. But like I'm up at 7:30, either go for like a run straight away, then I meditate, do Wim Hof. I didn't do that on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, and because I didn't do those things, just like the rest of the day just like felt like such a drag. Only ended up doing that, like meditating and doing Wim Hof in the middle of the day, and I was just really feeling down and in my thoughts and feelings. But I just powered through the day, and that day, like actually particularly, I wrote down just my affirmations that I have, and then after like I'm done writing my affirmations, I write down what I'm grateful for, and that process has been amazing because there's so much things that I want in my life, and there's things that I want to change in my life, and it's happening slower than my mind wants it to happen. It's also at the same time happening so fast. And like me writing what I'm grateful for in this moment right now just shows me that I have like so many things in my life. Like my health is honestly amazing. Like my mind's solid. Just the knowledge that I have, like little software tips, little self-development tips, and just like the fluidity to make the decisions that I'm making. A lot of people like don't have the mental bandwidth to do what I'm doing right now, and that's like living on my own dime, like walking in the street right now and just taking that step to believe in myself and just making that commitment. A lot of people can't say that they're doing that or on the journey of doing that. So I just want to say here, like I'm proud of myself for continuously like being in my journey, and there's times where I mess up, but I'm still like falling forward and like failing forward instead of not trying at all. What other things happened? It's also, so for me, like meditation, doing Wim Hof, all these things are like such a reward because I feel better after I do these things. And I want to, like, this is a tip that I had, like linking a reward with something that I don't like to do or like that isn't easy for me to do. And for me particularly, that's like doing sales calls, cold calling for new clients, new leads. I just struggle with that. I'm like, fuck. And then my brain comes up with all different types of excuses, and I just completely procrastinate on that. But we're at the turtle pond right now. Let's go. We got the turtles. Yeah. But yeah, that's honestly it for the video. Like pairing a reward with something you don't like to do, and then you can only do your reward, which for me is meditation and Wim Hof, after I've done my sales calls. And I did that I didn't do it this morning, but I did it yesterday and Wednesday, and it just like completely blew my mind. Also just reading, when I was like in that slump, I read a book I'm reading right now, Atomic Habits, and it got me out of that slump. Like, reading things that you already know or that you've already heard about, there's nothing wrong with that, because there's just so many different perspectives and different ways to say a certain thing. So that's a way to get out of the slump, and let's keep killing it, have momentum, start my job next week, ending my job this week. We're going on a lunch on Friday. Like, that's gonna be my last day with some vendors, and that's just so sick. Lunch in Santa Monica. It's like on the company, so that's like nice. Like saying goodbye to my coworkers. Like, even like that, they're like little things like that. People don't have jobs where they're going to lunch with their coworkers on the company, and like that is a day of work. Like, that's what my job was, and excited to start the new job. Let's go next week. Got you. These are coming weekly. Sticking to it. Let's go.